This is Gareth Southgate, and this is the Three Lions podcast.
The next station is Wembley Park. Doors will open on the left-hand side. Change for the Metropolitan line. Exit for Wembley National Stadium.
Hello and welcome to the Three Lions podcast. My name is Russell Osborne and this is an independent England football supporters podcast. Well, here we are again at Wembley for, what is this, the third time in a week? Obviously I was there for the Switzerland game and the Ivory Coast game, and now I'm here for the World Cup draw. It's a bit breezy, it's a bit overcast, it's a bit chilly as well. Not really what you'd expect for, here we are, 1st of April. So I'm looking forward to getting inside in the warm very soon. But a big thank you to the England Supporters Travel Club, as they have invited me and a fair few other Travel Club members up here to watch it on the screens. So hopefully, first, England are going to get a good draw. And secondly, hopefully, I can get some reaction from some of those England fans as to what their thoughts are. Well, here we are in the bowels of Wembley. I've made it into a slightly warmer area now. But first of all, thank you very much for always to continue to tune into the podcast. Very much appreciated. As recently we had the review episode. We looked back on those Switzerland and Ivory Coast games. Thanks to Gary from Channel England Football and Dom Smith from englandfootball.org. Both of their channels, their websites and their input can be found online. Yep, go check them out. Also coming very soon, we are back with the World Cup Series 1966. We'll be hearing from someone who was there, and also the very next in our England Manager Series. So that's coming your way in April, very soon. Now before the draw, whilst it's a little quiet here, let me just explain how it works for those that may not be familiar with it. 32 nations will qualify for the finals to be held in Qatar, beginning of November this year. Now, at the time of recording, only 29 of those nations have qualified, and I'll get onto those remaining 3 in a moment. But there will be 4 pots of 8 teams, which can be split down into 8 groups of 4. Now, there is some criteria to the draw, whereby teams from the same continent, they can't be drawn together, apart from European sides, where a maximum of 2 can be drawn together. Now those pots, pot 1 is that of the seeded teams. They are Qatar as hosts, Brazil, Belgium, France, Argentina, ourselves, England, Spain and Portugal. Pot 2, Mexico, Netherlands, Denmark, Germany, Uruguay, Switzerland, the USA and Croatia. Pot 3, Senegal, Iran, Japan, Morocco, Serbia, Poland, South Korea and Tunisia. And pot 4, Cameroon, Canada, Ecuador, Saudi Arabia, Ghana. And now we get to those last 3 spots. They will be filled by one of from Wales, Scotland, Ukraine. Now this has obviously been held up due to the horrific events in Ukraine. But the winners of Scotland and Ukraine, they will face Wales to see who fills that one spot. At present, there's no official date set for that one, but I think they're looking at June time. Fingers crossed that that's able to be played. There is the winners of Costa Rica against New Zealand, which is one of the Interconfederation playoffs, CONCACAF against Oceania. And that's scheduled to be played 13th, 14th of June. And finally, one off from United Arab Emirates, Australia and Peru. Now, Peru are definitely in the playoff final. They just need to know who they face. As the UAE, they play Australia on the 7th of June. Hope that makes sense. I hope I've explained it well. Right though, it's time to find out who we will face. Who do you fancy? Who would be your ideal draw? We shall find out. Let's see. So, watching the draw here was it Club Wembley, watching it on the telly, Jermaine Genus actually hosting this. How has Jermaine Genus got this gig? He's the main man. Standing at the front at the lectern with two women either side him, the trophies there gleaming. I need to have his agent. So we've drawn out, second team out. How about that? We find out now what group we're in. So we are in B1. There we go, England, B1. Well, there you go, we've been drawn against the Americans. USA and England in Group B. Memories of 2010. Some may even remember 1950. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, there you go. Iran. England have never met Iran competitively before. Yeah. Tell you what, as this draw goes on, we're in pot 4, the chances are of Scotland, Wales.
Saudi Arabia?
No, it looks like, I'm going to say the chances of Scotland, Wales or Ukraine being drawn with us are increasing. It's us, isn't it? There we go. There we are. Wales, Scotland, Ukraine. Group B. So Group B, England, Iran, USA, and one of Scotland, Wales, Ukraine. So there we go, there's our draw. We're joined by Arjun, who has joined us previously on the podcast, of course from Block 109, and is a Qatar fan leader. Arjun, you all right?
I'm very good. Good to be back on the podcast here.
You're more than welcome. Good to meet you again. Go on then, so reaction to the draw.
Do you know what? I think it's a really good draw. I'm excited to be playing against the USA, Iran. I think we can easily win this group. I'm really hoping we can get possibly Wales in the group as well. The exciting group. We're happy with England's draw. I mean, the group of death easily has to be Spain, the Spain, Germany, and Japan group. Yeah. That was Group G, wasn't it?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. I think overall, I think England's got a good chance of winning. Qatar, they got a bit of a tricky group themselves, didn't they?
They have.
Yeah, like they've got Ecuador, Senegal, Holland. But you know what? Qatar are a decent side. I haven't seen them in the Arab Cup, so I reckon they've got a chance. In terms, I think all the groups have got some good games going on. Yeah.
And you'll be going out there?
Yeah, I'm going to be there.
Exciting times. Well, no doubt we'll talk again nearer the time.
Awesome. Brilliant.
And I'm joined by Preethi here at Wembley. Preethi, hello.
Hi Russell, how are you doing?
No, very well, thank you. So there we are, World Cup draw. Is this your first time to see the World Cup draw here?
It is, yeah, and it's been such a nice atmosphere. It's been really good.
Absolutely, yeah. The Travel Club have put on a really nice spread, nice bit of food. We've sat and watched the draw, but that's what we're here for, the draw. Mm-hmm. What's your reaction to that?
I'm really excited about the draw, actually. I think it's just a good mix, and what I'm really hoping for is a UK derby. That's the prospect that I'm really excited about, because that's always so much fun. Like, the atmosphere is amazing, like at home, and yeah. So I'm hoping for Wales or Scotland.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see how that draw pans out. So I'm joined by Johnny and Ollie here at Wembley. Johnny, first reaction to the draw?
About as good as we could have looked for. Avoided any of the big European sides. You know, we may get Scotland or Wales, but avoided the big ones. So you know, we can't really argue with it. It's it's onwards and upwards from here.
Progression, how far? Obviously, the ultimate aim is to win it. Can we?
You tell me. Give me a shout again in December and I'll let you know.
Fair enough. Ollie here.
Yeah, I think the draw, USA and Iran, absolutely fantastic for us. You're looking to pick up 6 points. And then as fans playing either Scotland or Wales, if one of them can qualify, then that's going to be absolutely fantastic as well. So for us fans, brilliant draw.
It's a spiky little draw, that, Iran-America, isn't it?
Yeah, big time. But, we played them before in some of the World Cups. Some good, some bad, so let's see what happens.
Absolutely. Cheers, lads, for joining us. Okay, right, joined by some more fans here. Who have we got?
Mark Hillman.
Who do you support, Mark?
QPR.
Okay, and also...
Bob Morris.
And who do you support?
Luton Town.
Obviously, we're both England fans here. Reaction to the draw. Go on, Bob first.
I don't think it could be better, actually. I think it's one of the best groups out of all of them. Just amazing, really. Gives us a really good chance to push on from the group stages and get into the knockout stages. So excellent.
And yourself, you've told me that you're over in Doha. This a bit of a homecoming, is it?
Yes, yeah. I've been in Doha for 16 years. Everyone's really excited out there. All the stadiums are ready. All I say is, just be positive. It's going to be an excellent World Cup, and the weather's going to be excellent as well.
And we've got Mark here.
Hello, mate. You alright?
Yeah, all very good, thanks. Go on then. Reaction to the draw.
Reaction, mate. Couldn't be better. To be honest, obviously, sometimes you look back when we drew USA last time.
Yeah.
The confidence was massive, and we fucked up. Let's be honest. But no, right now I think Iran. It's a dream group, right?
Very much so, yeah.
Should be, absolutely. So, very positive early stages for second game of the tournament. We're there, so no, I'm buzzing.
Booked your flights?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Going to Warsaw, then to Doha. Yeah.
Lovely job. Cheers for giving us a bit of your time.
Yeah, top man.
And I'm joined by Jess here at Wembley. Hello, Jess. You well?
Yes, very well.
Go on in. So, reaction to the draw there?
Yeah, I think we've got a good chance of getting through the group stages. We could have had worse.
Could have had a lot worse, couldn't we?
Could have had Germany. No, I think with the squad we've got and with people that's coming into the squad, I think we've got a good chance
of going all the way.
I hope so.
Obviously, fingers crossed there, I'll see.
But yeah, I think we do. We did it at the Euros. It just wasn't our day on the day, so yeah.
Great stuff. Thanks, Jess.
You're welcome.
And also here at Wembley are the guys from Sports World who are offering packages of sorts to go to Qatar for the World Cup. And I'm pleased to say I'm joined here by Sales Manager Liam Wilson. Hello, Liam.
Hello, Russell. How's it going?
Yeah, very well, thank you. So the draw's been made. I'm sure you've been very busy.
We have indeed.
So you're offering packages of sorts for fans, England fans, to go to Qatar for the finals. Tell us, first of all, what you're offering and how we can go about getting in touch with yourselves.
Yeah, of course. So first of all, we are the official travel partners of the English FA. So we were appointed back in 2018 and this is our 10th World Cup. So safe to say we know what we're doing when it comes to World Cups, which is always good. Obviously this World Cup's a little bit different from previous, purely because November, Qatar, it's out of the unknown, so it's interesting, let's put it that way. What we're going to be offering as the official travel partner is the official travel products. So first of all, we went out with our initial 10-day package, which is our follow-free package, so all the group stages, where you'll be in our self-service compartments in central Doha, with flights included, so it's a flight and accommodation package. We'll have staff members on site looking after you the whole way, and we'll be looking after you for that whole 10 days. What we're offering from there, so now the draw is complete, we will be going out with further products from 1 day to 5 days to 2 nights, everything to hopefully cater for everybody, because obviously everyone's in different situations. People want to go out for a day, people want to go out for 10, we'll see how it goes. As and when England progress in the tournament, what we will be doing is offering extensions. So as we do chartered flights, it won't be a case that you lose your money for your flight package. We'll move you from one chartered flight to the next, and we'll extend your accommodation. So as long as England progress in the tournament, we can progress your stay as well.
Gotcha. Just quickly, you said there about England progressing. You've seen the draw as a football fan yourself. Go on, your reaction to the draw.
I mean, obviously I'm happy with it. Obviously you're going to be happy with avoiding Germany, but my personal fear with the World Cups, to be the best you have to beat the best. So I don't want to get a little bit complacent with the teams we have and then come against someone a bit superior and obviously then struggle. But obviously as an England fan, we're licking our lips now, aren't we? Let's face it, we've already got our mind in rounds of 16, which is bad to say but true.
Absolutely. So go on then, you're offering the packages for England fans through Sports World. How can England supporters get in touch with you?
Right, so first of all, if you head over to sportsworld.co.uk, all our packages will be live on that product, on our website, apologies. What I would recommend is to register your interest. Very simple, name, email address and contact number if you like. What we'll do, as and when we go live with products, we'll get in contact with you guys. This is what we're doing. Are you interested? If so, great, book on. Also, a great beneficiary as well is that we do offer flexible payment terms. You won't be offered to pay all in one big lump sum. You can set up direct debit, you can pay in lump sums as and when. We make it as flexible for the fans as we possibly can.
Sounds good. Liam, thank you very much for your time.
Absolute pleasure, Michelle. Thank you very much.
And I'm joined by Jordan, England fan now. Jordan.
Hi mate, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Go on and give us your reaction to the draw as we exit Wembley.
I've got to say I'm a little bit disappointed with the draw.
You're joking, yeah?
No, honestly, I was hoping for Germany, to be honest, just on the basis that I think we'd top the group anyway. And
you want a bit of spice to it?
I think you need a big team in the group, to be honest, just to give it that World Cup feel, especially Winter World Cup in Qatar, first time in the Middle East. So yeah, I mean, I was a little bit disappointed, and even the potentially Wales, Scotland, even Ukraine. Out of the three, I'd probably rather Ukraine. That's going to be the last game. We're probably going to be through by then. So yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed, but we should be in the last 16.
Yes, yeah, you'd think so. Do you know what? The more you say about that, and it's got me thinking now that when you look back on previous World Cups and Euros, you'll get various England fans who'll say, we only beat so-and-so team.
Yeah. And
when you look at them, you say, OK, there might be a smaller team, a smaller nation. Is there a danger of that again?
There is. I mean, I've seen this someone's just sent me this on WhatsApp, but apparently the average rankings of the team, we've got the hardest group, which I can't believe that's true, to be honest. Right. But, yeah, there is a danger of that, but, that's not our problem, is it?
The cliche is you can only play who you're paired against.
Exactly. That's how the balls come out of the pot. So there is a danger of that, but that don't bother me, to be honest. I think most people who say that don't really follow England properly, to be honest. So
can we go all the way?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a bit of a hunch. I've seen Argentina at 12-1, and I think it's Messi's last tournament. The weather might help them, but we semi-finals in Russia, final in the Euros. Maybe third time lucky, and it don't look like it's going to be too hot for us. I think on paper we've probably got the best side, the best squad maybe in the tournament. I think we can play France in the quarter-final, but you've got to beat everyone to win it. Yeah, I think we could go all the way. Obviously it'd be great if we win the World Cup, but I think for this team and the manager, it'd just be the end of the pinnacle of a great few years for us. I think that's obviously the next step is to see us win a trophy. So yeah, why not?
Jordan, nice one. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, mate.
And look who's joined us, Billy Grant. Billy the Bee.
Hey.
Brentford fan, you all right?
Not bad, man. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Yeah.
Go on then, go on. You must be booked and ready to go.
I'll tell you something, right? Listen, I'm sure this is the same for a lot of England fans here again. Trying to work out what to do, Can I go away for a whole month? Because it's not like sort of previous World Cups where...
So close to Christmas as well.
That's right. You could pop back, for tournaments. You could pop back for a few days and go back and sort of kind of do the thing back at home and come back again. Even Russia, you could have popped back there and though you could pop back and go back again, and that's what a few people did. But this one makes it very, very difficult. So me and my people, we were really struggling on what to do until today came. Right. And all of a sudden you think, oh, it's the draw. Oh my God, what are we going to do? And then the sort of panic set in. So all of a sudden we start to research all sorts of different venues as to what we're going to do. And just before the kick-off today, just before this draw started, actually, we all booked our flight literally about 3 minutes before the draw started. So we didn't know that England were going to be first and playing on the first day. And we flew flying in via Israel, Tel Aviv. So we booked via Tel Aviv, and then we're going in, and we're actually sort of flying in on the day of the match itself, So it's actually worked out quite nicely for us, and then we're going to work out exactly when we're coming back. So yes, I have booked up, but I must admit this has been probably one of the ones where the organisation hasn't been the same as it has before, where you knew where you're going to stay, how much you're going to spend, where you're going to go, all that kind of stuff. We've actually had none of that, and it's a little bit disappointing, to be quite honest with you, because a lot of my friends have kind of lost the vibe for this World Cup.
Well, I think we're being just pushed a little bit out the door by the FA staff.
I think they're okay.
The Wembley
They're
staff.
okay.
Yeah, they sound good. Go on, and just quickly go on. Reaction to the draw, those three other teams.
Listen, I don't want to go cliche-tastic, but you obviously, but you know, you don't want to underestimate anybody. I mean, me and my family living in America, and me following MLS as well. I'm actually quite excited that we got the Americans. As you know, the Americans. As of late, they start to come out to the tournaments in droves. You know, in South Africa they had a lot, and they said they're going to bring more to Brazil, and they had a truckload of fans in Brazil. You know, they must have had, I don't know what, 40,000 fans plus in Brazil. I went to a couple of their parties and a couple of their matches, and it was quite unbelievable. So they're going to be out there in full, the Americans. So that's quite cool. And obviously they're playing Iran, which will be an interesting scenario. I was in the World Cup in '98 when Iran played the USA. I'm pretty sure they played them in USA. I was in Paris at the time they played them, and that was an interesting situation. So for them to replay that, it will be interesting. Obviously, with our relations with Iran at the moment and what's happened recently there as well, that's going to be quite an interesting situation as well. But we shall see. But in general, the draw, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but I would like to think that we'll actually get through to the next round. Okay, I'm not counting any chickens, but you look to say that, you know, if we've done what we've done before, we'd like to get through to the next round, and then we'll take it from there. I mean, you know, we're talking about France in the quarterfinals potentially, which could be a bit of a banana skin, but we have to get there first. But this team, and you know, listen, we've got some young players who they've had the heartbreak of losing here at Wembley. We're at Wembley Stadium now, as you know. They had the heartbreak of losing at Wembley, and that's going to put them in good stead. That's really good experience for them, and I think they're going to go into Japan, experience, you know, the Sakas of the world, you know, your Fodens of the world, like, you know what I'm saying. And I think they'll step up, and I think we've got a very exciting side. I'd just like Gareth to maybe take his foot off the handbrake this time and not be so conservative, and let's just go for it, because I think if we go for it, we'll scare a lot of teams.
Bill, pleasure as always.
Nice one.
So that's over and out for me as I head out of Wembley, heading against a tide of people who are going to see Sam Fender at Wembley Arena. By all accounts, I'm on my way home. But yeah, there we go. That's the World Cup draw has done. Thank you very much to England Supporters Travel Club people for inviting me along to watch it. Good to meet a load of people there tonight, fellow England supporters. And then we have it. So England are in Group B. We have Iran, America, and one of Wales, Scotland, or Ukraine. As generally everyone has seemed to have said, that is probably as best as we could have had. You never can tell, can you? You never can tell. Thank you very much for listening to the Three Lions podcast. My name's been Russell Osborne. As I say, I've got plenty more episodes coming your way over the next month of April. Hope you can join me for them. And don't forget, you can follow the show on social media. It's on the likes of Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all the usual places. And you can drop me a line if you want. freelionspodcast@gmail.com. Always good to hear from you. So until next time, take care of yourself. Cheers.